Hey YouTubians, it's Tony here from We Try Anything. Channel likes try anything so you don't have to. Today's video is a tutorial video on the CASIO MWD-100H, which has a module number of 3487. Now, if there's anything I haven't explained correctly in this video, then I have linked to the CASIO instructions, which will take you off to the CASIO website in the description box below. And within the same box, I've also taken the opportunity of placing time codes for this video, which will take you off to specific modes and specific parts of this watch. So if you want to just jump to a certain part of the watch that you want to find out more about, then you can easily do so. And finally, you also find in the description box below an affiliate link that will take you off to Amazon if you would like to find out a little bit more about this watch, or if you don't own this watch and you are looking to purchase it. So let's talk about the display on the CASIO MWD-100H. Now, the display at the top, what you can see, it's got an animated bar. Now, that in timekeeping mode indicates the seconds as they pass. So for every 10 seconds, it'll either fill up or it'll start to disappear, as you can see here. And in other modes, what you'll notice is that, say in stopwatch mode and stuff like that, you'll notice it will animate. Below that, you've got the what will be the day of the week. Underneath that, towards the left, you've got the month. And to the right, you've got the date within the month. Now, to the right, what you can see is like a circular spiral display, which is numbered from 1 to 5. Now, that indicates which alarm you have active, because this watch has 5 independent alarms built into it. Underneath that, you've got a snooze alarm. Now, the snooze alarm you can activate with alarm 1, and if it is activated, you will notice that it will be highlighted or it will be filled in. Now, just mentioning, these segments will be filled in if the alarms are activated also. So just bear that in mind. And as you can see, it also mentions 5 alarms just underneath that. Now, just totally underneath that, what you'll see is P. Now, if the watch is in what would be 12-hour mode, then the P will be highlighted if you are in an afternoon hour. But if you're in an AM scenario, the P will not be highlighted. To the right of the P, you've got the hours, you've got the minutes, and you've got the seconds. And in a nutshell, that is the display. Now, the next thing to talk about is what each of these buttons do within what would be timekeeping mode. Now, to the top left-hand corner, you've got the where it says the word adjust. You've got the pusher here. Now, if you keep it pressed for a couple of seconds, what you'll see is that it will adjust certain parameters depending on the mode you are in. So in this instance, timekeeping mode, it'll allow you to start to adjust what would be the date and time, which I shall show you in a minute. Underneath that, you've got the mode, which will take you up to the various modes that this watch has. To the bottom right hand corner, what you have, it says start and stop. Now, in this instance, it's going to show you or allow you to change between 12-hour and 24-hour formats, which I'll show you now. If I just press that, well, you can see the P has disappeared because we are now in 24-hour format. You can see it says 1400 hours, 42 minutes and 18 seconds and 19 seconds, etc. But if you want to go back into 12-hour mode, you can see that because we're still in the afternoon scenario, the P has been highlighted for an afternoon hour. Again, press it again for 24, press it again for 12 hours. Now, to the top right-hand corner, what you've got the light button here. Now, as you can see, I'll just quickly rub the display. You can see you've got the 2 orange LEDs being highlighted. And it has got, I believe, a second or a second and a half what would be illumination duration, or afterglow as CASIO says. But what I'm just quickly showing you is how it looks in darkness and semi-darkness. So it is quite a bright little light, but that's how you operate the backlight on the CASIO MWD-100H. And that's it really with the buttons. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you how to do, or how to operate, is how to amend the date and time. Right then, let's show you how to amend parameters like the date and time within timekeeping mode. And it can be easily done by just pressing the adjust button on the main display. And what you can see is the seconds are starting to flash. Now, if you press the bottom right hand corner, you can reset the seconds easily like that. Now, if it's under 30 seconds, you can just reset the seconds. But if it's over 30 seconds and you look to reset it, it'll add a value of 1 to the minute. So just bear that in mind. So again, just to reset the seconds, just press that button. To move it along to what would be the hours, you just press the mode button down to the bottom left hand corner. That advances it to the next thing that you can adjust. And then again, if you want to just go up in the hours, you can easily do so. So currently the time is now 12:33 in the afternoon. So if I just keep my finger on it, you can accelerate away, or if I just press it, you just adjust the value by 1. So it's 12:33 p.m. so we've got it on the 12. Now if I want to move it, the mode, to what would be the minutes, you can press the mode button, it'll advance it to the minutes, and then just pressing the bottom right hand corner you can advance it through the seconds. And then if I just press it a couple of times and I can just advance it a little bit more, it's as easily done as that. Now you can only go forward or increase the value by 1. You can't go backwards, because on some Casios you can press the top right hand corner and that normally goes backwards, but on this watch you can only go forward, so just bear that in mind. To advance it to the next one, you can do the years. The next one, it is the 5th of February I'm recording this video on, so let's move it on to what be the second month of the year, so 12/1/2, and as it's the 5th of February, just quickly advance it. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then back to the seconds. Now if you are within any part of the adjustment phase, by pressing the adjust button you can just easily come out of it, and it is as easy to operate as that. Now the next thing to show you how to operate will be how to operate the CASIO MWD-100H's alarms. Right, this is how to adjust the alarms on this watch, and you can press the mode button by advancing it one to the alarm mode, and what you can see here is that it says AL. You've got some dashes here, and you've also got what would be the alarm that the watch is currently set to. And to the right of that, so you've got the hours and you've got the minutes, and to the right of that you've got the alarm that you are looking to adjust. Now if I want to cycle through the alarms, you can easily do so by pressing the start stop button at the bottom right hand corner. So that is alarm 2, that is alarm 3, that is alarm 4, that is alarm 5, and then again this is the hourly signal. So I'll just quickly show you how to activate the hourly signal. Just press, while you're on these double zeros with the colon, you just press the adjust button, and as you can see there, the letters SIG are highlighted to the top right hand corner. If you want to turn the hourly signal off, just press the adjust button, and you can see the SIG has been deleted. Press it one more time, turn it on, press it again, turn it off, and that's how to do the hourly signal on this watch. Now if you want to activate one of the alarms, you can easily do so by choosing an alarm that you want to activate by cycling through, as I've just quickly shown you. So let's do alarm 1, and if you press the adjust button, that is the alarm activated, and as you can see you've got a little segment where it's got 1 has been filled in. If I want to turn it off, you press it a couple of times and it's off. Now as you'll notice, I've turned it on, but if I press it again on alarm 1, it's the snooze option. Now the snooze option will be highlighted or will be active while that little circle has been filled in, but to turn it off and the alarm you can easily do so. Now on alarm 2, all you'll be doing by pressing the adjust button is activating it. It's got no snooze option or anything like that. It is just simply activating it, and just pressing it again you just turn it off. And the same with alarm 3, as you can see the segment fills up under 3 and then turn it off, and same again for alarm 4 and alarm 5. As you can see the segments fill in depending on which alarm is activated. Now let's go back to alarm 1, and what I'm going to show you to do is I'm going to show you the simple way of just setting up what would be a daily alarm. Now you can do for what would be a monthly alarm and a date alarm and stuff like that by amending the dashes just here, but I'm just going to show you just simply creating a daily alarm. Now if you want to know a bit more about how to do the more complex alarms, then just scroll down to the description box below and just click on the link that'll take you off to the Casio website, and it'll be in the instructions there. So just to create what would be a daily alarm, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this for 7:30 in the morning. So keep your finger, choose the alarm that you want to set, keep your finger on the adjust button just here, and what you can see, the alarm has activated, so it's ready to sound off. And then what I want to do is just move it to 7, so that's 7 in the morning because there's no P or anything like that indicated. And then I want to move it across to what would be the 00, so I want to just move it up to what would be 7:30. And there you go, 7:30. So if I press the adjust button to come out of it, and as you can see that alarm is activated for 7:30 in the morning. If I press it one more time on alarm 1, and it's only on alarm 1, the snooze option is activated as well, and if I want to turn it off I can easily do so. And that's how to just quickly set a daily alarm on this watch. Now the next option I'm going to show you how to operate will be the timer. Right then, let's show you how to use a countdown timer on this watch. Now, again, you've got the graphic display at the top. part of the display that you can see here, that will count down the tens of seconds. Underneath that it says TR, and that stands for the timer. Underneath that you've got the hours, you've got the minutes, and you've got the seconds. Now this watch will allow you to count down from what will be 24 hours, and you can easily do so by zeroing off all the numerals that you can see here, all the numbers, and just press start stop. And that, as you can see, is starting to count down from 24 hours. Now if you want to pause it or stop it at any time, you can easily do so, and if you want to resume it, just press it one more time, you can do so as well. Now if you want to start and stop and then reset it, or if you want to stop the countdown timer and just reset it, you can do so by pressing that button there and pressing the top left hand button to reset it to whatever you got the countdown time set to, as it were. Now if you want to set up a time in which you want the countdown timer to count down from, all you need to do is keep your finger on the adjust button a couple of seconds and you'll notice the hours will start to flash. Now as this will count down from 24 hours, obviously you can go to what will be 24 hours in this value on the left hand side. So again, I'm just going to quickly zero it off to nothing, and then I'll just say a minute there, and then just press the adjust button to come out of it, and then start and stop to start the countdown timer. And as you can see, it is merrily counting down from a minute. So again, to stop it, press the button down the bottom right hand corner, and to reset it to whatever you've set it to, press it at the top left hand corner, and that's it. Now the one other thing that the countdown timer does feature is what's known as auto repeat. Now auto repeat will allow you to repeat the countdown timer, so it's ideal, say if you're doing interval training and stuff like that, where you can count down from a set amount of time and then it will start the countdown again. So to do that, all you need to do is press the adjust button, and then to highlight what would be the auto repeat function, press the light button while either of these numbers are flashing. So as you can see, you've got a little icon there, and that stands for auto repeat. So if you just set it to whatever you want to set it to, and then if you come out of the adjustment phase and then press start and stop, that starts the countdown timer. Now when this countdown timer goes to 0, what you'll hear is the alarm going off, but because you've got auto repeat, it will start counting another minute or whatever you've set the countdown timer to. So that's how to operate what will be the auto repeat function. And to turn off auto repeat, all you do is stop the countdown timer, reset it to whatever you've set it to, press the adjust button to adjust the time in which you want to count down from, and then press the light button, and that turns the auto repeat function off, and then just press the adjust button, and there you are, you're back down to what would be the countdown timer without the auto repeat. And that is in essence the countdown timer in a nutshell. The next mode to show you how to operate is the stopwatch, and all you do is move the mode along one, or if you are on the main home or the main timekeeping screen, all you need to do is just press it a couple of times, and where it says ST, now the graphic display at the top will change, in which it'll indicate what will be hundredths of a second here, and underneath, as you can see, ST for stopwatch, there's the hundredths of a second indicator as well, or the numerals that indicate the hundredths of a second. You've got seconds, you've got minutes, and you've got hours, because you can count up to 24 hours on this stopwatch. Now to start the elapsed time, all you need to do, again as it's mentioned there, is press start and stop, and as you can see, the elapsed time is counting up. If you want to stop it, you can easily do so, and if you want to reset it, you just press the adjust button there, and that resets the stopwatch. Now if you want to do a split time, all you need to do, start and stop, and then press the top left hand button, and as you can see, that is the split time. Now the ST has changed to SPL to indicate that you have a split time indicated, and it is still measuring what is known as an elapsed time, because you can see the time colon flashing away, and also you can see the graphic display going along, just showing that the elapsed time is occurring. Now to just come out what will be your split time, what will happen is, because it's been measuring an elapsed time, you'll see the time suddenly jump up. So just press the adjust button to come out of the split time, and as you can see, the seconds have jumped up. So if you want to start and stop, to stop the stopwatch, and then if you want to press the adjust to reset it. Now this watch will allow you to count or indicate what would be 2 finished times. Now I always give you the example of, imagine if you have 2 runners in a race and you want to see what times each of the runners go through the finish time. This watch will allow you to indicate that, and it's easily done. So both runners kick off on the race, so obviously they start running, and the first runner does it in an amazing time of a couple of seconds. Now as they are running through the finish line, all you do is press the adjust button, and that is their indicated finish time. Now as the second runner is not far behind them and they go through the finish time, as they're going through the finish time, press the stop button, as you can see there. And then to see their indicated finish time, all you need to do is release the split time, and then that'll be the second runner's finish time. And then just press the adjust button to zero off or to reset the stopwatch. And that, in a nutshell, is the stopwatch on the CASIO MWD-100H. Now the next mode to talk about is dual time on the CASIO MWD-100H. Now what dual time is, you can set a time that is independent of the main timekeeping time or the main home screen that you've got here. Now to access dual time, what you do is press the mode button a couple of times until it says DT just there, and as you can see the time is totally different to what I've got set as my main time here. So just quickly go back to dual time. Now if you want to set it to a time in which, say for example, you're communicating with other people in a different part of the world, loved ones or business associates, and you just want to set it to their local time, all you need to do is, like you would do with the alarms, with the countdown timer, with the main timekeeping mode, is just press the adjust button here, and that will allow you to adjust what will be the minutes and the hours. Now you can't adjust the seconds because the seconds are synchronized with the main time that you've got featured on the timekeeping mode. So let's say for example I'm going to set it for what time is it now, just to get an idea. So 12:53 now. So if I set it for 6:53, you can easily do so. So that's 6:53 in the evening. So I'm obviously talking to someone around the other side of the world or communicating with someone along the other side of the world, and I can set my watch to their time or their local time. So as you can see, I've got it 12:53 there, and I've now set it to 6:53 p.m. and that gives me an idea of another time around the world. And that's how you set dual time on this watch. And that's it really in a nutshell. If there's anything I've missed, then obviously I've mentioned it'll be in the description box below. And again, I hope this video was of some use to you, and if it was, then please give it a thumbs up. It always helps the channel. If you want to see more videos from the We Try Anything channel, then please click on the subscription button below. And thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.